Good morning, students. Today our topic is database management system, and this is a revision too of a syllabus. A syllabus is now totally complete in each and every aspects, but there are some few changes in your syllabus. Some units are removed in your syllabus, as software engineering is no more, and computer network is added to your syllabus, and some topics in DBMS are also added. So here I start with database management systems, some few topics which are already covered and some new topics which are introduced will be covered in this revision 2 of DBMS. So MySQL, first of all, create table command. As you know that there are 15 commands that should be written on your practical copy. So here I give you a brief introduction of all these commands which are already discussed in our main class or our previous lecture. First is create table command. As we know that MySQL is RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. It means, and data is stored in the forms of tables. That's why they are called the Relational Database Management System. Relation is called the table. So MySQL is RDBMS, and first command related to MySQL here is create table command. First of all, you should create a table. So the name of the command is create table. So just write create table and then table name, and after that sign of parenthesis, and then column name and data type size. So different types of columns names are there. You can give it as a name of identifier, whatever you write, just as a roll number. For roll number you can take RN. For name you can take a student name, st name, or student underscore name. So all rules that are used to declare identifier must be followed. It means symbols, alphabets, different alphabets can be used, capital, small letters, numbers, different numbers can be used, and special sim, as far as special symbol is concerned, only underscore is valid. So you can take underscore, and you can easily take a small, here you can take small number, small identifier name for column name 1 and column name 2 and column name 3, and then after their data types, and if their size, if the size is there, then also mention the size. Some data type there is no requirement of size, such as int, but some data type have their size, such as char and varchar. So declare this. So this is the syntax of the create table command. Create table, table name, then in present parentheses column name, data type, size, column name, data type, size, column name, data type, size, and there is one more field which is not there, and that is a constraints. If there is a constraint or condition, then you can write here, such as if you want to make a particular column into a primary key or set as a not null, then you can also declare here. Constraints will be discussed in our next lecture. So here our focus is to how to create a table in MySQL. So this is the syntax of my create table command, and you can see that here table name is st underscore info 1, and name of the column is rn, then type is integer, and there is no side at all, as I told you earlier, and then first underscore name varchar 50. Varchar is used to represent a character type of data, string type of data. So there is a string, first name is a string, and of string of size 50, and last name varchar 100, address varchar 255, and there is a sign of parenthesis close, and after that close the parenthesis and semicolon is there to terminate the statement. After that, when you execute this query, then it says this query okay 0 row affected and tail will be created after that statement. So this is create table command. Next is insert into command. You can, here's a simple table is created, and it contains no data at all. It basically contains a structure with some fields such as roll number, first name, last name, and address, but there is no data at all. To insert the data, there is another command that is called the insert into command, and to insert data into mm, a particular table, just write first of all insert and then space, then into, and the name of the table. And in this case, name of the table is stu underscore info, and after that parenthesis sign, and then give the name of different columns here, that is roll number, first name, last name, and address. These are the name of different columns here, and then values. After that, keyword values is used, and after that values according to the order of different columns names given above. So value of roll number is 1, name is Praveen, last name is Singh, and address is Varanasi. So these all are the values regarding to different columns names of table stu underscore info. Next is again there is another method to insert data into a table, insert into st underscore info, and we directly use values. Here we don't mention any column name and just write values to Manish Sharma Delhi. Then what happens? Actually, it stored the data uh, in roll number, first name, last name, and address columns. So if you don't mention the data, or don't mention, if we don't mention any column name here, then column name will be automatically considered as given in table. But there should be exact number of columns as given in table, otherwise there will be an error. So there are 4 columns: roll number, first name, last name, and address in a table, and we give here 4 values to Manish Sharma and Delhi. So this will be directly insert into that table. So you can see that query okay, one row affected, no problem at all. Third important thing is, if you want to insert data into more than one rows, then this is also possible. You can just write insert into the table name and then values, and then value set 1 means one row, within parenthesis sign, after that comma, and then set 2 within again parenthesis sign. So you can insert data using a single insert into command by this manner. So you can easily see that 2 rows recorded when we execute this command. So there are basically 3 methods which are used to insert data into a table. First is giving column name. Second thing is without giving column name. Now here one question is raised in mind, that when we directly insert data into a table without mentioning its column name, then what is the requirement to mention different columns name? Suppose if you want to insert data into 2 or 3 column name only, and 2 columns only, and you don't want to insert data in or you want to avoid particular column, then you can use this one. Mention that column name is compulsory. Second method is used when when we want to insert data in all columns. And third one is important when we want to insert data or rows, or um, in a single command. So these are 3 different types of variations of insert into. Then third one is select query command. Now there is another important point. Basically SQL commands are categorized into 3 different basic categories: DDL, DML, and DCL. DDL, DML, and DCL. Here DDL basically refers for data definition language, and all the commands which basically defines the structure of the database or a table belongs to DDL, such as create table command. Since we are if we use create table command, then only the structure of the data of the table is built up in using create table command, because as we see that in this table here query OK 0 row affected, it means there is no effect on the data, and there is a structure built after that is after that execution of that statement, and it contain basically a table name st underscore info with column names roll number, first name, last name, and address. That's why it is called the DDL. It belongs to DDL, data definition language, because it basically all related to all about the structure of the data. But when we manipulate, retrieve, delete data, then these are all belongs to DML commands. So now in this lecture, our focus is to DDL and different DML commands. Next is select query. This is also a DML command, and using select query statement we can manipulate data. So SQL select statement is used to fetch the data. It is used to fetch the data from a database table which returns data in the forms of result table, and these result tables are also called the result sets. Syntax: the basic syntax of the select statement is as follows: just write select and then column name and then from, keyword from, and then table name. Here, if you want to select all columns, just use asterisk sign. If you want to use all columns, then sign is used directly, as you can see here. So if you write select roll number comma first name from student underscore info, then only two columns will appear here. You can easily see that. But if you write select address, only one column appears here. Remember that table contains three fields, four fields: roll number, first name, last name, and address. And in first part we only fetch the data regarding to roll number and first name only. In second case we fetch the data from database regarding to address only. So there is no compulsion to fetch the all data at one time. You can see particular type of data or particular column data belongs to particular column, and in this case you can see that only address are visible. In this case roll number and first name are visible on the screen. Next, select star. Then if you write just select star from st underscore info star reference tag st sign, and you can easily see that roll number, first name, last name, address, all data will be appear here. So four rows in a set, complete data set here. So SQL select statement is used to fetch the data from a database table. So this is the syntax here. Now there is a table name, suppose customer table name here, and table name contain column name, id, name, age, address, and salary, and these are the different rows here. Then you can easily see that here select star from customer. If you just write select star from customer, just write this command here, then obviously complete data will be visible on your screen, and then you can see there id, name, age, address, salary, complete data. And there is another clause that is called the where clause, which is used with select statement, and it is used with select statement. Here we can easily see that if we want to select only one row, one column, it is also possible. Just mention that column name and you can see the data regarding to that column. If you want to see the data belongs to two columns, then it is also possible. And if you want to see the data from more than one column, then just write star, sign of star here, and you can easily see that the complete data. But what about rows? If you want to filter the data of rows, then this is possible using where clause only. Then the where clause, we write where clause, and where it is used to filter the records, and after where we write a condition. According to the condition, data will be filtered. So the where clause is used to filter the records, and the where clause is used to extract only those records that fulfill a specified criteria. And where clause is not only used with select statement, it is also used with update delete statement also. Later on we will discuss about update and delete statement. So where clause is not only used with select statement, is also used with update and delete statement. So where clause is used to filter the different records according to a particular condition. And the syntax is very simple. Just write select, then column name 1, column name 2, column name 3 from table name where condition. So just write condition, after that where statement, and according to that condition data will be filtered among column name 1, column name 2, and column name n only. So this is a customer table. This has 7 records in it. You can easily see that 7 rows in it. These are the attributes of columns names: id, name, age, address, salary. And here we write select id, name, salary from customer. So just only select here three attributes: id, name, and salary from customer, where salary is greater than 2000. So only 4 records will be visible after the execution of that statement. Why? Because out of these 7 records, only 4 records fulfill the criteria of salary greater than 2000. You can easily see that salary greater than 2000, this is not, this is also last four records related to Rupali, Hardik, Komal, and Monica will be printed. You can write condition as a name of attribute, after that operator, and then a condition. Here condition is name is equal to Hardik, so name is equal to Hardik will be displayed, and the information is only related to id, name, and salary will be printed. So only 3 attributes are there because these are mentioned, and customer's name is equal to Hardik. So let us see what is the name of the customer. Hardik. So name of the customer will be printed Hardik according to that condition. ID 5 Hardik and 8500 will be printed after the execution of that statement. So till now we work out on 3 different types of commands. First one is create table command. Create table command is a detail command by which we can easily create a table or a database also. You can easily create a database also using create table command. And second is insert into command. Using insert into command, you can able to insert the data into a particular type of table using 3 different ways as we discussed in this lecture. And third is select command, select with where clause. So you can select the entire data or select the data on the basis of some conditions also. If you want to select the data on the basis of some conditions, then use where clause, and without condition you can use the only select statement. And if you mention select statement with particular column name, then only the data reflected to that column name will be printed or will be shown on a screen. And if you give where clause, then data row records will be filtered according to that condition given with where clause. Now our next topic is SQL AND and OR operator. As the name suggests, AND and OR. So if you want to, if there are 2 or more than 2 conditions, and if you want to separate these 2 conditions, then you can use AND or OR conditions. So let's take a quick revision of this all these 2 operators. These are the operators. So the AND operator display a record if both the first condition and the second conditions are true. If both the first and second conditions are true, then the record will be displayed. And the or operator displays the record if either the first condition or the second condition is true. Either the first condition or the second condition is true. So if there is a choice, then we use or, and if we want to put no choice, then we can use and operator. And that is the syntax. Just syntax of select statement where condition. But now in this case there are three conditions and the condition are separated by and. So when we separate condition different conditions by and, it means that until and unless all the conditions are true, data will not be reflected on a screen. So this is a table again: id, name, age, address and salary are the name of attributes, and there are 7 records in it. And just write select id, name, salary from customers where salary is greater than 2000 and age is less than 25. So these two conditions must be satisfied, and only two columns satisfied these two criteria. Let us see. Salary is greater than 2000, salary is greater than 2000, so there are 4 records. And second is age is less than 25, age is less than 25, so this one and this one. Age is less than 25, 3, these 3. And salary greater than, according to first condition these 4 rows will be selected, and according to the second condition these 2 rows will be selected, and among these only 6 and 7, these 2 rows are common, these 2 records are common, so only these 2 records will be printed. And among these records, data related to id, name and salary will be printed, because we here write select id, name and salary. Next is or operator. Or operator syntax: there is a choice if either first condition is satisfied or second condition satisfied, data related to both condition will be displayed here. So you can see that condition is same, id, name and salary, and customer salary where salary is 2000 and age is 25. So according to the first condition these 4 records will be printed, and age is less than 25, so this one and this one will be printed. These already records are the part of these, so 1 2 3 4 4 records are displayed according to the first condition, and according to the second condition 1. So total 5 records will be displayed. Let us see. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 5 records will be displayed because 2 records are common in both these conditions. So that is the use of or operator. Next is SQL-like. SQL-like operator is used when we are not sure about the exact condition. Then we use the like clause and with wildcard characters, and there are 2 wildcard character in it. First one is percentage sign, and that is second is underscore sign. So both are used when we are not sure about the exact conditions and we are not very much familiar with the conditions that we put. Suppose if you want to know the data name in data regarding to the students, that the name of the students starts from a capital letter A, or for suppose ends with Z, or the term between these two is character uh, between a name is XYZ, whatever it is, then you can use wildcard character or like clause with wildcard characters. And there are 2 wildcard character, percentage sign and underscore. When there is a string missing, then you can use percentage, and when there is only a special character, then you can use underscore. So let us see. Just write select asterisk from table name where clause like xxx percentage. It means the column name start like xxx, and first 4 characters are fixed, but after that any string it may be, or null string also should be considered at that time. And second case, a string it starts with any data starts with any string, but but it should contain xxxx in between 2 strings. And third case is string it start with xxxx and there is a last character, and it may be a b c d, or it also may be a x. And next scene is xxxx, but there is underscore sign here, so it may be any character here, and these are the fixed. Similarly, these are fixed, and these positions underscore, at the positions underscore there may be any character in it. You can see that when you write 200%, that when finds the value that start with 200, and we like percentage 200%, then find the value that have 200 in any position, and find any value, and underscore 00% combination of both these wildcard, find any value that have 00 in the second, zeros in the second and the third positions. So there is a compulsion. And 2 underscore percentage and underscore percent, find any value that have start with 2 and that are at least 3 character in the length, at least 3 characters, because this is the first position, then underscore second, and the third underscore third. And similar way you can write percentage 2, find any value that have end with 2, and underscore 2 percentage 3, find any value that have 2 in the second position and the end with 3, and 2 underscore 3, find any value that has 3 digit number that start with a 2 and end with 3. So that are the different types of like clauses. Always remember that when there is a uncertainty about a string, you can use percentage sign, and when there is a certain uncertainty about a single character, then you can use underscore. For example, there is a string, there is a string, suppose there is a string, and I only know I only knew about this part and then doesn't know about this part. Then if we want to give a query with select statement like, and with like we can write it as underscore RAVEEN. Then what happens? It means that there is a character in place of this, and it may be A, B, C, D, or it may be a P, and this is the fixed content. This cannot be changed, but there should be at least a single character here. So it will reflect all the strings, start with any character, and remaining characters are RAVEEN. But if you give just like percentage n, then what is the meaning of this? This means that the last character should be n, and there is a string of different lengths, all are accepted, but ends with n is the condition. That is the difference between underscore and percentage sign. So in this lecture we discussed till now 4 different types of SQL statements. I hope you understand all these terms. In our next video we will discuss some more queries regarding to MySQL. That's our order by clause, and in operator, between operator, out operator. So all these queries will be discussed in our next lecture. So first of all, go to your book, see your book, see the main concept, whatever the what are the rules of to define an identifier, what are the different operators required, what are DDL and DML statement, because all these are theoretical parts related to DBMS, definition of DBMS, RDBMS, terminology related to RDBMS such as relation, tuple, attributes. These are the terminology related to RDBMS. Different types of networks, different types of DBMS, network hierarchical or RDBMS. So these are the different types of DBMS, and after that you can start SQL. Thanks for